Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas, and welcome to the welcome to my channel. I'm Baba Money, and sorry for starting a little late. We just finished a pre-market show, and as always have a great time there. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Let me say good morning to a couple of you guys. Good morning, Kid Poker 007. Good morning, Shinigami Gamer. I bought it first. I am first. Not sure what that means. Spawn Production. Good morning. Bio Crew. My bias from the day is a bear trend as we are at the top of a daily channel. Okay. I like that. He's actually using some analysis to figure out what kind of day it's going to be. Do appreciate that. Hussein Amadi. Good morning. Day trading like a predator. They must all be having a good time at the we're just having a great time at the pre-market show, and you guys are just missing out big time. But pandas, good morning. Hey, we're gonna get our bamboo today. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Let's do some pre-market analysis. Over the weekend, I released a video of what I think is gonna happen to the emini as per the daily chart, and I mentioned this trap here on the daily on that review, and this trap I said triggered the reversal. When's the last time we had a trap underneath the 20 MA on the daily? It was right here, and the current draw is making this look like child's play, but this reversal comes back up to the 20 MA and then goes and makes a new low. Classic, you know, and then after that you're thinking, right, downtrend is over, and then we had a strong uptrend. Here, what do we have? We have the same setup, a reversal, and underneath the 20 MA, the trap trade here, and you can see with the magenta box, right? Again, magenta box here. This ends up being a Pikachu, which actually kind of makes it even stronger, but we're way beneath the 20 MA and bouncing off the 240 SMA, and so I predicted that. Typically what we see here, like we see in every single day when we trade, a two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA. Now, will that happen? I have no idea. I don't know how far this can go up. And, you know, I can tell you the probabilities is likely it'll go up because we have a strong bull bar ending on its high. And as one of the members mentioned, you know, we are in a trading range on the daily. You can see the trading range indicator starting to mark this as a trading range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars. But as we trade in any other chart, the intraday charts, what do we do with trading ranges? Typically, what we have is a failed breakout, right? Breakout, and then we try to fade that breakout and come back into the trading range, continuing the original trend, which is a downtrend. So with this downtrend, and we have a channel here, trading range, and then it breaks out, and what we're expecting is a reversal back into our trading range. So how high will this go? I'm not sure, but most likely it will come back into this this trading range off a two-legged pullback, and we can see here with this dark red diamond that the next reversal will be a second entry. I can easily mark it A, B, C, right? Two legs up, and now we're expecting a reversal here. Now I'm actually surprised it's coming back down. I was thinking it's coming back at least at 20 MA, but who knows what will happen here. So let's focus on the current price action and let's figure out what's happening. Right now, I would say we're probably in a downtrend, right? Breakout trend to new high, and then reversal. It is a 3, so we do have a reversal pattern, but it's above the 20 MA. I couldn't take that trade. Possibly 1, 2, 3 failures to break out. I might have taken that trade, but right now, what we can see is plus that was right at market open. Not really interesting. We do have a downtrend right now, and as always for downtrend, what are we waiting for? We are waiting for a breaker trend to new low, and we're gonna make a trade off that. So I'm looking for a two-legged pullback right now to go down, to go short. Pandas, if you guys are just joining the stream, make sure you scalp that like button. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. Hey, throw in the chat if you did anything interesting the weekend. Let us know how your weekend went. Hope everyone's mental capital is reset here so we can focus and get our bamboo today. Pandas. Good morning, good morning. So right now I'm looking for a second entry short because I do believe when you have this many rejections off the top of the trading range, you're thinking you're coming back to the bottom here, especially with a strong push underneath the 20 MA like this and break a trend to new high. You're thinking downtrend, but let's see what happens here. Just waiting for my setup to come to me. A, B, C. Overall, I think we could end up higher today. We could have a strong bull trend day today because of how the daily looks like. Now we're breaking way above the 20 MA, so we lose our setup here. We don't have a setup underneath the 20 MA to like a pullback, so now we're switching gears. Right, we have a strong bull bar like this, looking like this. If it ends like this, ending on a tie, switch gears here and say maybe I was wrong. Maybe we're not in a downtrend. We could possibly be in an uptrend. We're going to use immediate price action to also inform us of our trades. Strong uptrend, and as expected on the daily, we're thinking we're going to make a leg up here, in my opinion. Looking at other time frames right now. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. All right, pushing up here. As per the daily, I would not be surprised if we have a strong bull trend day today on the intraday charts. Wayne Bignell says, play Texas Hold'em tournament in my area. Came in second. But in this one, winner takes all. Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Wayne Bignell, man, you should start a vlog of your Texas Hold'em tournaments. I would love to follow that. I follow one person. He does like poker vlogs. His name is Brad. I don't know his last name. What's his entire name? I think like Brad Owens or something. It's like one of the whitest names you can possibly think of. Where are you? It is Brad Owen. Yeah, Brad Owen. Brad Owen. Brad Owen. My name is Brad Owen. But he's a vlogger, and he posts up his like his plays, and they're actually pretty detailed and actually made pretty well, so I actually do enjoy it. He seems like a nice guy, so you know. Russell H. Brad Wolf. Oh boy. Brad Wolf. Man, we just made his day on Friday. If you guys don't know Brad Wolf, you just watch Friday's stream, and at the end of it, kind of go over we just made Brad Wolf's day. Let's just say that. We made only $200 that day, but we made someone's day. Let's just say that. We do have a second entry short forming here, but it is yeah, not a short I'm interested in. In fact, I would go long here because of how strong this uptrend looks right now. And the risk is not that much currently. It's an outside bar reversal. I'm not sure if I want to take the outside bar reversal. I'll take it only on a trap here. I don't want the outside bar reversal. Okay, we lost our trap there. No longer interested. But Brad Owen, he's fun guy to follow. I mean, he has a lot of subscribers. I mean, I don't. He doesn't need my clout. But yeah, I find it entertaining. I think poker is entertaining, especially when you're really analytical behind it, and he gets pretty analytical in his trading, or in his playing. So I like that. We're thinking of another push high here.
10,000 tick trap.
There's a trap on the 10K chart. Trap on 10K charts, L4 setup. Would I take that trap on 10K? New low. Fails. Huh. It's hard to not take any 10K trap. But the problem is the risks are usually pretty large on the 10K chart. I want to see if we get a similar setup on the lower time frame here. And I'll take it. I'll take the second entry long. Two-legged pullback off the 20 MA. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Ah!
1,000 tick trap.
It's becoming a huge outside bar. I'm going to take a trade up here, pandas. I didn't like the outside bar because I hate outside bar reversals. So I'm just going to skip it. But I'm going to take this trap trade on the 10K chart that's currently forming. And as you can see, I'm only trading 2 contracts here. And trading 2 contracts because I do not want to risk that many points on 4 contracts. This is the only way I can risk about 8 points here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7.5 points. Yeah, about pretty much 8 points risk when I take this trade. So I'm only trading 2 contracts here. But that means I have to at least get like 2 points, right? You gotta get 2 points here. Because you're risking so much. You gotta take more than 1 point here. Just waiting. 10K chart. Trap trade to the long side. About to trigger it. Looking for 2 points here, at least. Because the risk is large. So looking for 2 points on the 10K chart. 2 contracts. We're risking 800 to gain 200. Right, that's like a 1-to-4 risk ratio. But in my opinion, you gotta go for 2 points here. If you're gonna risk 8 points, you gotta get at least 2 points. Just watching. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Getting our bamboo, early bamboo today. Easy peasy, easy money. So that was on the 10K chart, getting 2 points on the 10K, just scalping the 10K chart. Moving back over to the 2K chart here. The way I knew that trap's because I had that alert to tell me that trap was coming, and so I knew to switch over to my 10K chart. All due to our trusty indicator, as you guys know. All right, pushing up higher. And so now we do have break a trend to new high, but this break a trend, I typically don't like when break trends don't break below the 20 MA. I like if it does break below 20 MA. Here we do get a classic 2-legged pullback. It just happens to be an outside bar reversal, and I just hate outside bar reversals. A, B, C. The reason why I hate them is because typically when you have an outside bar reversal, what you're saying is you're basically trying to trade a breakout, right, of a small trading range. Right, on a smaller time frame, this is a trading range, and now we have breakout, failed breakout, comes back in, comes back up. And we took that trade with smaller contract sizes because we knew the risk was large. So we have to trade accordingly to our capital. I didn't feel comfortable taking that trade with my full 4. And now it's getting choppy. When we look at this getting choppy, we do have gaps here forming. And so this choppiness may be... it may just be continuation patterns. But, you know, let me draw some... the gaps what we have so far. We have a gap here, currently. We have a... depends how you want to draw this, but... yeah, I wouldn't say there's a gap here. This definitely... it's... no breakout, really. No breakout, so no gap here. We do have a trap trade to the long side, which most likely will make a point. I think because of the daily, we are in a strong uptrend, and we plus we did not break beneath the 20 EMA here. In fact, we use it as support, making a fail second entry short and going long here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that makes a point easy on this trap, but I'm going to skip it and wait for a 2-legged pullback actually here. The main reason I skipped this is because we had a break of trend already and we made a new high. So I'm not really thinking, I just don't know if we're going to go that much higher. We could reverse here, who knows. Plus we're getting very choppy. So I'm just sitting on my pause here, waiting for this chop to resolve and then make a move after that. But right now it's a little too choppy for me. I don't like that. Over the weekend, I just brushed up on some of the charts. That ends up scalping a point right there, pandas. And that's the power of the traps, right? Even though this chop is here, that scalps 1 point. Getting another push up. This is actually a second entry long Pikachu trade. With a decent signal bar, I may be interested in going long here. I actually may be interested in going long here. But it's very choppy. Bouncing off the 20 MA. 2-legged pullback. Doji bars, 1, 2, 3, 4 doji bars in a row. Gonna sit on my pause, even though I think this is a very strong uptrend. I gotta sit on my pause here and just watch this go without me if it does go. And I just gotta be okay with that because right now this is a little too choppy and I just cannot take a long trade here. Right now we're in trading range and it's hard for me to go long. Even though we're clearly above the 20 MA, clearly in the uptrend, right now the immediate context is too choppy. So I'm sitting on my pause, pandas. And that currently is failing, but right now, you know, you're still okay because your stop is down here. You're still okay in this trade with that 2-legged pullback off of the 20 MA. But I'll be sweating right now. I would definitely be sweating right now. I would definitely be sweating right now. Okay, you just got stopped out. So that's why I didn't take that trade, pandas. Even though that's a 2-legged pullback off the 20 MA, too choppy. Too choppy for me. Way too choppy. So that's why we skipped these. Even though that could have gone without me and just really skyrocketed. Gotta set my pause when it's this choppy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 overlapping bars in a row, and many of them are doji bars. So even if it does work out, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean it was a good trade. You know. Actually, let me do a reload real quick. We do have another 2-legged pullback forming here, and I would take this trade. I would be more inclined to take this trade than the trade up here. But right now I'm reloading my historical, so I'm just sitting on my pause. Still choppy, but right, you're thinking failed breakout to come back up. And we have another trap on 10,000 tick chart. Another trap forming here on 10,000 tick. And we'll see. That does scalp out for you, pandas. Right, everything's a scalp. Everything's a scalp right now. And we're just waiting because we're really reloading the historical. And so we're just going to sit on our pause for a little bit here. Scalps out and reverses. Just way too choppy. Absolutely incredible. This is a perfect time to reload. Looks like it's about to reload. It looks like a transformer about to transform. As my indicators disappear and trend lines disappear. Chart is frozen at the moment. Just waiting. Watch Bye Bye Money's channel to watch a frozen chart. Chart completely frozen. Best trading channel ever. I know. I should get an award. Strong push down. It's just scalps out and reverses here. We still have this big gap here, so I'm looking for a double bottom. I'm not actually looking for a really strong downtrend here. In fact, if anything, it's a micro trend line that got broken, and now we made a new low, and we could get a trap trade to the long side here. Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. No news today. Someone asked us our news. No news today. Let's look here. We have at February 1st, which is tomorrow. February 1st, we have the ISM manufacturing PMI at 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's tomorrow. And non-farm employment change on Wednesday. Very cool. The unemployment rate is probably the one I'm the most interested in. That's February 4th, which is a Thursday, I believe. And that's at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. No trades here, pandas. Just sitting on our pause. Do have this micro trend line breaking, and what we're looking for is actually a trap trade to the long side right now. Fails like an inch short. I'm thinking double bottom here, but who knows, pandas. Right, we got a big gap right now. Big gap forming right here. Higher time frames, what are they telling us here? Interesting. Okay, never mind. Higher time frame. Still signaling an L4 setup right now, but who knows if this L4 will actually reverse. The 10K chart is actually creating a gigantic trading range right now. It's way down here. And we may come back down here, but who knows? This is a 5-minute chart. Really, only after 9:30, I really consider that price action valid. We just had this big down, big up, ends up on its high, some follow through, and yeah, hard to say. I mean, I'm thinking uptrend according to the 5-minute chart, but it's not entirely clear. Right, technically, we had a big down, big up, and the big up has some follow through. Okay, back to the 2K chart, smaller time frames. We were clearly above the 20 MA, right, on the 10K chart and the 5-minute chart. So I'm thinking we could be an uptrend right now, and I just need my setup. I need a 2-legged pullback back to the 20 MA, and let's go long. I'm thinking breakup trend, right? This already broke trend, micro trend line, and new low. So we're looking for that new high. I didn't feel comfortable going long right there just because I wanted confirmation that the trend reversed. Unfortunately, it just reverses just like this. So there's no entry for me, and it's just what it is. You can only take what the market gives you, and the market's giving us nada mucho. Today's market is slow compared to past weeks, says Greg Martin. I would be holding on to your horses this entire week. Once you get volatility, you might have, like the end of last week was a little slower, but the beginning of this week might be a little slower. But once we get a setup on the daily, like I mentioned on the weekend video, if we get a second entry short triggering her pandas, whoo-wee. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Strong uptrend right now. Sitting on my pause. No spike in channel really for me. You know, the only two valid points would be like this, and that it's already doesn't make sense. So I'm just taking these as individual trends right now in an uptrend, right? These are just small pullbacks in an uptrend, and I'm thinking we're in a strong uptrend. Possibly something like this, right? Break a trend to new high. That could be something. Where we would look for a reversal trade here. Quite possibly. We really haven't broken these highs yet, so we could make a double top, but if we get a good setup to reverse, I may take it, but I'm more inclined to take a second entry long right now, pandas. I mean, we got strong pushes up, strong bull bars ending on their high. Right, this gap still exists, right? We didn't even come, like, the thing is, like, we didn't even come and touch the top of the gap. Right, the top of the gap is created by this pivot low. In fact, we made a higher low setup here, making me think this trend is currently very strong, going upwards. Right, creating another gap for us. If you think about it. If you think about it. If you don't think about it, then you're not going to see this. But there's a gap here. Michael McFerrin says, could you please share your technique for entering trap trades? We mentioned it many times. But basically, we want to take traps at major trend reversals. Major trend reversals essentially is break of trend, right? When you have a break of trend, make a new high, then we have a potential for a major trend reversal. Major trend reversals typically follow minor trend reversals. And so that's why when we have a break of trend that's a minor trend reversal, and now institutions, traders, they are more confident to enter in the next reversal, because they saw this break. They say, okay, they got a clue. Say, okay, there are some bears here strong enough to make this minor trend reversal, breaking beneath the 20 EMA, making this moving average gap. Maybe the next reversal might be the big one. And so some people will take the shot on the major trend reversal. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, my pandas. As you guys are rolling in. Slow Monday so far. I'm not looking to go short here. I'm actually looking to go long. Any reason to go long, I'm actually trying to go long here. But I need a trap trade or to like a pull back to the 20 MA. I can only take what the market gives me, and if the market doesn't give me either of those, I cannot go long. Let's get that bamboo, pandas. Let's go, baby. Pandas, if you'd like to support the channel, make sure you scalp that like button. We do got a trap set up here. Taking with 2 contracts. It's too far away from 20 May, so I'm going to take with 2 contracts. I like the reversals. All right, no trap. No trap. Market doesn't want to give us a trap. Sitting on our pause. Only take what the market gives you. Just chilling. What do we have here now? Checking the 5 minutes. Get the other time frames. This looks like a strong uptrend in my opinion. Give me a 2-legged pullback. I'm going long. Come to Papa. Give me that second entry long. Like this pattern right here that we saw kind of shoots down, shoots back up. It's like the exact same thing that happens here. Shoots down, like basically these bear traps. 2 bear traps in a row. It's still smaller than that one. Same idea though. Right, there are a bunch of traders thinking, okay, we're in a downtrend now, let's go, and they got trapped. Hence, unfortunately, we're probably not going to get our second entry long because the market's being super stingy with us. Well, we'll see. Quite possibly, we could get a second entry long, but it just looks unlikely. It looks unlikely. Looks like it's going to be first entries for a while now, right? That's a sign of a strong uptrend when you have first entries making scalps, first entries breaking the previous highs. That's like strength of a bull trend, and it's hard to deny that right now. And when first people entering first entries making money, you know that's a strong uptrend. Russell H. Was a panda just rapping Tupac? I don't know. I don't know what Tupac is. This gap, this micro double bottom here. Yeah, that's why I wanted the trap trade, but the trap was a little too much. Right? It makes a little too much more than the point. Let's fail second entry short regardless because it doesn't reverse the market, right? It doesn't reverse that. It's failure. And it doesn't even touch the 20 EMA. So I'm just sitting on my pause here, and like I mentioned on the daily chart, what my outlook of today might be strong bull trend because we have the 20 EMA, right? We have this second entry long here, actually higher low second entry long off the 240, right? Making a failed breakout of this trading range. Most likely come back into it maybe later this week. Yeah, what's a Tupac? What's a two-pack? What's a two-pack, Shakur? Russell, yeah, I know. I'm just joking. I know what Tupac is. I know who that is. And yes, I was singing that. Man, this generation of rappers, you know, kids don't know the artistic abilities of the 90s rappers. Man, it's like poetry. Every single like, man, not every single song, right, from Tupac. But like the thing about Tupac, he was like deep. His raps were deep. Biggie, his raps were smooth for me. Wow, another gap. Huge move up. No entries, right? It just had to poke above one tick and take away our second entry long. Just had to do that. Right? Market was being stingy. Actually, 2 ticks, sorry. 2 ticks. Broke our second entry, reset our count, so we couldn't get our second entry long here. Trap trade, L4 setup, too far away from 20 MA. Sitting on my pause here. Fortunately, no entries for us pandas. We're just watching this go without us, and that's the unfortunate thing about the two-legged pullback. It's such a high probability setup, but they're rare. These high probability setups are rare. Not rare, but oftentimes, right, you get trapped out of trades. You get trapped out of trends. So bulls are trapped out, bears are trapped in. Right? That's a concept that Al Brooks teaches. So I want to get in here as a bull right now, but I can't. No entries. And I'm thinking it's too far away, right? Too late in the trend, and we're just too far away from 20 MA. And so in my mind, it doesn't make sense for me to go long. But the market, right, regardless, continues to go higher. Higher and higher and higher without me. And I'm just watching it. So I'm trapped out of this trend. there are traders right now who are betting against this, and they are scaling in, right, to go short. There are traders doing that, and so they're scaling and thinking that they can reverse here and to continue scaling until they get a margin call, right, or until, yeah, basically they blow their accounts. So there are people who are trapped in here trying to reduce their losses by continuing to scale in here, and they might get into some big pain. Right? When you see a huge exhaustion bar, right, after late in trend, huge exhaustion, that's when all the bears give up and they just lose all their money. And that's exactly the time when all the bulls are basically exhausted at that point too, and they start to take profits. And so where the bears give up is when the bulls also give up, and the bears, that's when they should actually come in, right? Because everyone starts taking their profits late in the trend exhaustion bar. So it's just funny how the market works. It just does the exact opposite of everything that you feel like you need to do, right? I should be buying right here. I should buy that. I should just buy that. I should just be buying. But because of my intuitions, I'm just too scared to buy. Too scared to buy. I should be buying this. I should just continue to buy until I lose, to be honest. Two-legged pullback, I'll be interested. This is an L4 setup, but in my opinion, strong uptrend. Right, we could have, right, this spike. I mean, I'm thinking we're in a spiking channel, but you can consider that breaker trend right here. I would need a decent signal bar because now you have strong bear bars like this after an L4 setup. Makes me a little worried, but we still have big gaps here. We do have a second entry long here, and I gotta take this to 2 contracts because of the immediate context. We're gonna try to make a 2-legged pullback off the 20 MA here, but it's happening after L4, so that's why I'm trading 2 contracts, because after L4s typically have a strong reversal. A little too far away from the 20 MA here. I'd like it to be a little closer to the 20 MA plus terrible signal bar. And this the only thing that market gives me. I want to join in this strong uptrend right now. I do. Boy, oh boy. Already makes a point. Good signal bar though. Actually, ends up being a good signal bar. But the problem is it would be almost impossible for me to have entered that trade, because the moment this candle closes, the next tick was 1 tick above, and I was not ready for a limit order to come back, and it just makes a point and reverses right now. Could not even enter that trade. Very difficult to enter that trade. Plus, kind of far away from the 20 MA. Plus, right, you're thinking L4 setup, especially with the potential breaker trend to new high on the L4. This could reverse here, but clearly above the 20 MA, and in my opinion, still clearly an uptrend. But sitting on my pause, right? That barely scalps out, and we're not getting much follow through. So, see what happens here. I may take a higher low setup here, second entry higher low. Let's see if we get a higher low setup here. I'll be interested in a higher low setup. And the market says, bye money. You have no chance to get in here because we're not giving you any entries. Gap here still. Doesn't even touch a 20 MA. That's how strong this uptrend is. Two-legged pullback, not off the 20 MA, just kind of floating in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. Plus, very hard to actually have entered that trade. I was thinking of the higher low setup, that might be the better setup, but market is obviously way too strong right now. Like, this is actually a very strong uptrend. As you can tell, we have many gaps here. All of these blue boxes are gaps that have not yet been filled, and they are beasts. Very obvious gaps here. the market is making. All these blue boxes, gaps. The reason why I marked them is to show how strong the uptrend is. Right, that's why I actually wanted to enter this long here, but could not get that entry, could not get in. And that's pretty rare for that to happen, to be honest. 2 pushes up here. This to me is still like breakout mode. Right, if we go to higher time frames, this is what it looks like. A strong bull bars ending on their high, small pullback. Actually ends up being a trap trade on the 10K chart. It's a perfect scalp, so the alert didn't alert it, but boy oh boy, what's going on here? Strong uptrend. No entries for me, just watching. I'll take a trap trade to the long side here if we get it. Does not break the previous candle's low, so no second entry short to make a trap off of. I will take a trap trade here. Mostly because I believe we're in a very strong uptrend. I should just buy everything. I should just be buying at the end of close of every bar. That's what Al Brooks would be doing. Always in long. That's what he would call this right now. Always in long. Very strong uptrend. Again, the reason why I say this is a strong uptrend is because we have these gaps here, and when you have this many gaps, right, the bulls are in full control right now. They're in full control right now. I'm taking this long. Get a trap trade here. I'm tired of this. I want my bamboo. I will consider it still. Psych. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye trap. No longer interested in that. Gap forming here. Technically this gap is actually right here. Are we gonna get a slight pullback? I don't know. We'll see. Super strong uptrend in my opinion. Mainly again because of the gaps. When we have this many gaps, it just shows that bulls are in complete control right now. Will I take a second entry long here? Type a 1 in the chat if you take a second entry long off the 20 MA here. Type a 2 if no. Type a 3 if you would trade the trap trade to the other side. And I'm saying this because we gotta anticipate the setup, right? I'm looking for a two-legged pullback like this right now. Would you take this two-legged pullback? Give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 2 if no. Give me a 3 if you take the trap trade to the other side. Fail second entry long. If this second entry actually comes, or if we get another pullback here, would you take that second entry long? And you already have to be thinking about it. You already have to be like committed in your mind, right, in your heart pretty much, that you're going to take this trade. Trading is not for the weak-hearted. You have to have conviction in your trade. And looks like we're not even getting our second entry, right, our second pullback, so we can get our second entry long. Man, that's a shame. No second entry long because the trend is too strong, pandas, right? First entries, all these first entries are making 1, 2, 3, 4 points right there. Absolutely incredible, right? It's a 4-point swing right there on the first entry. Like, that's how confident the bulls are. They're like, we're just gonna take every reversal. Right? These are all just small, minor pullbacks. That's all they are. We may get our second pullback here. I'm taking a long trade. If we get like a little trigger down here, I'm taking a long trade here. Getting a little choppy, right? The trading range indicator marking the trading range, but this trend is too strong in my opinion. It looks too strong for me. I would take an outside bar reversal here. I'm going to attach this to the indicator because I think I'm pretty much going to take any second entry long at this point. Thinking we're in a strong uptrend. Looking for a second entry long here. Terrible signal bar. I'm taking it. Okay, I'm taking it with 2 contracts only. I'm kind of scared now. It's a really bad signal bar. But second entry long, pandas. Here we are. Second entry long. See if I can time this perfectly. I can always use the indicator to do it for me. It's a pretty bad signal bar here. Makes me hesitant, but the uptrend is too strong for me. I gotta get it. I want to get a piece of this. Terrible signal bar. Do not copy my trades. Trade at your own risk. $10K makes an inside bar. Getting a little choppy right now. Right, getting a little choppy right now. Man, I can't take this trade. It's getting too choppy. The 10K chart, it's creating inside bars, and it's in breakout mode, making a small triangle. Essentially, if I trade this, I'm thinking we're gonna break out of that triangle. The risk is not even that large. It's like 1, 2, 3, 3.5 points of risk here, but now many overlapping bars, still in a strong uptrend in my opinion. Oh boy, I'm in this trade. I'm gonna take this trade. Only 2 contracts. Let's see if we can get a scalp here. That's 1, 2, 3.5 points of risk, 1 point of reward, which is a typical. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Actually, that was not easy. I was really hesitant to take that, but when we ended strong like that on its high, I was like, okay, let's just take a scalp. The risk is not that large, and we'll take it there. So only 1 point scalp, and I just wanted to scalp the entire position out. I did not want to swing that or have a runner. Just a quick scalp, But I was not super confident in that because we started to have some chop here and barely enough room, and I just saw that the inside bars were being created in the 10K chart, so it looked like it was getting a little choppy, and clearly it is still an uptrend. But I was a little hesitant because of the immediate price action that made me lose confidence, right? It could have just spiked down back to the 20 MA and then made another setup, and it's just tricky, right? Very tricky. So I reduced my risk. So I entered that trade reducing my risk because the probability I didn't feel like was as high as I wanted it to be, right? If it was just a nice clean two-legged pullback off the 20 MA, right, then I would like that and I would just take my regular 4 contracts. But because of the immediate price action being choppy, I did not feel as confident. Hence, I lowered my risk by lowering my contract size. Hope that makes sense to you guys. Getting a bit choppy here right now. Could turn to a spike in channel here. Wow, strong push up. Spike in channel currently. Man, this trend is so strong, pandas. What we're doing is we're making these like higher low setups, and we're not even touching the 20 MA. I mean, this trend is just that strong. If I had like another, if I just traded other set like different setups, I would just be always in long right now, just buying long, scalping. All right, getting a pullback now, and I'm not sure how long it's gonna last for. Right, the 10K chart, that is a second entry short. It's actually also a sixth entry short, but every entry after the second one is always considered a second entry short, right? According to Albrooks, two-legged pullbacks, and it's just a chain of two-legged pullbacks. Getting a little choppy, little choppy. Only up 300 today. No swing trades, right? No swing trades for us, because anywhere I want to enter a swing trade, there was no setup for me that I would liked. Possibly maybe this one, but man, I wish we were closer to 20 MA. Decent signal bar, but pushes higher. Nice swing trade right there. Continue the uptrend. Right, the spike in channel breaks down here, and I'm thinking we're going to try to make a new high. Making a new high now. The spike in channel does break down. Yeah, in my opinion, this is a spike in channel right now. 5 pushes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pushes up. You can see with the 5 here. Right, spike in channel with 5 pushes up. It's getting a little choppy right now, and we could get a. I'm looking for a new high still. Looking for a new high. One more new high here. Still waiting. Still waiting. No setups for us. Just waiting patiently. Just watching this. Looking for that new high. But man, I mean, we have all these we have all these gaps here, pandas, and I'm looking at all these gaps, and continue to make higher lows off of these gaps here. Where are we on the daily? Daily getting closer to the 20 MA. It might not look as volatile as it was, but this is a very strong uptrend. I just would not go any short trades here. The only problem is we're not getting many setups, pandas. We're just not getting many setups for us. If anything, this might be the only setup, but even that is a little sketchy, right? Missing the 20 MA. Right, that little gap right here could be what makes or breaks your trade, because this can reverse. Finally wants to touch the 20 MA, then bounce off of it, and then that will stop you out if you enter that trade. You know, you make money. You know, every tick matters when it comes to trading, especially day trading. Making another gap here, pandas. Breakout after breakout after breakout. Let's see how big this gap is. Pandas, my pandas. If you're just joining, make sure you guys scalp that like button. I'm Bye Bye Money, and on this channel, we trade 100% risk-free using Apex trading. If you don't know what Apex trading is, essentially, it's a prop firm that allows you to trade their money. It's risk-free because you trade someone else's money, and all you have to do is pass an evaluation. There is a evaluation coupon, right? 50% off, BBM50. You can see in the bottom of your screen. Also, there's a link in the pinned message. Also in the description if you can't find it there. And if you're interested in risk-free trading, go ahead and use that coupon. That's for you guys. It's a personal coupon that Apex gave me because they they love the work. They love the work we do on this channel. We trade only one single setup here, the two-legged pullback. We're waiting for our second entry longs here. If you want to know more information about our setup, you guys can go to the description below. Their playlist that goes over the details of how to count legs, how to identify second entry longs and shorts, how to identify traps. Please check that out if you're interested. All these gaps, all these blue boxes are gaps showing the strength of the bulls right now. Bulls have no regard for bears' lives. All the bear souls are just withering away. Pandas, my pandas. Let's see how big this gap is here. I may change my spiking channel here, but I think it just broke the spiking channel, made a new high. This new high is only one leg up. We could have a slight reversal here to blow off some steam, but I probably won't be going short. I just won't be going short. Even if it does reverse, I'm not sure how strong the reversal will be. Pablo says, I'm starting today the evaluation of Apex. Let's go, baby. It's a new month coming up. Maybe that might be where people get their paychecks. And honestly, it's a very small investment to get a large amount of money to trade. So I think Apex is amazing. Amazing company and amazing product. And that's why we promote it here. Also, if you guys are interested in the indicators, right, the trading range indicator or the two-legged pullback indicator, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Get all the information you need about the indicators there. We trade pure price action, so those indicators actually help us with price action. Just watching this, pandas. Setting on my pause. We could have a small reversal here. I would not be surprised. I mean, this needs to blow off some steam. Right, this is a monster of a move. We could have a small pullback here, but I'm not going to trade the reversals here. I'm not looking for reversals. I'm looking for, right, if a reversal does happen, I'm looking for a reversal of that reversal to continue the strong uptrend. Cool GVS says, what exactly does your coupon apply to? So if you want to get funded with Apex, right now we have $300,000 accounts. That's what I'm trading right now. And in order for you to get the $300,000 accounts, you have to pass a $300,000 evaluation. And so in order for you to pass the evaluation, you got to go to Apex, sign up, and there you can use the coupon to get 50% off. So you have to pay to try the evaluations. And for instance, a $300,000 account, in order for you to pass, you have to make $20,000 before hitting a $7,500 trailing drawdown. And now I will recommend you guys look into what that means. But for those who are new, and since we have no setups right now, I'll go ahead and explain what a trailing drawdown is. Trailing drawdown basically is a drawdown that is created based off the highest amount your account has made unrealized or realized gains. And so say I was like in a trade here and it went up and then went back down and I had like a stop loss, or I just wanted to protect my profits but I never actually realized this profits, that will also be included in my trailing drawdown. And so yeah, say you went up $1,000 and you didn't realize that gain and you're still in the trade and it comes back down and then you come out break even, you technically, according to Apex, and for the evaluation, you actually lose $1,000, right? Your trailing drawdown moves up $1,000 because of that. So like I mentioned, right, we had the breaker trend to new high, and this unfortunately this new high just reverses right here. Not much you can do. No gap right there. That gap is taken care of. And if we start to break below this gap, we might start having a little waterfall here and start to test these gaps here. Let's see if we can break below this one. But the coupon basically makes it 50% off of those evaluations, which is an amazing deal. Like, honestly, it's like amazing. Like, you can get funded for a 150K account and pay like only like $150. Like, it's something like that. It's like something ridiculous. Like, you're paying $150, and the thing is, but it's monthly, right? Until you pass the evaluation, you have to pay the monthly evaluation fee. But most likely, it really depends on your style. But oftentimes, I can pass them, you know, very easily, like less than a month. So I typically won't trigger that second month payment. But if you do, you know, it's just no judgment to your trading. You know, maybe you're just more conservative and just a slower trader. But if you do, that coupon applies to the next month, right? Automatically. So it's just forever until you pass the evaluation, 50% off. So it's a great deal in my opinion. I recommend if you're going to do Apex, please use the coupon. Please use it for your own sake. We're losing this gap here, and I wouldn't be surprised if it gets filled. This is just straight down, but look at the higher time frames, pandas. Right, the 20 EMA is not even touched. We have a 99% chance we come back to the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart sometime today. It might not even be on this pullback. It might be later, way up here. Who knows? The 10K chart also plenty of room back to the 20 EMA. So, am I questioning this uptrend? I am not yet, because its higher time frames are way above the 20 EMA. And so even though we have a strong push down here, hard for me to go short here. I'm not going to go short here, pandas. Like, you can. This is a trap trade potentially. I'm just not going short there, pandas. I cannot do it. Right, way below 20 MA. And we do have that first breaker trend, right, to new high. And we're breaking below the 20 MA now, but I'm just not going to take a... I'm not looking for a reversal right now. I'm not. The worldview bro says there are also similar accounts, there are also smaller accounts. Yeah, so $300,000 is like the biggest one they offer. They have a 50K account, 25K account, and those are all cheaper, way cheaper, and you can really get away with getting funded $50,000 with just pennies, you know, to be honest. Once you're in profit, do you have they take the subscription fee out the brokerage account or still your bank account? I'm not sure what you're asking there, but if you're asking if you pass the evaluation, the evaluation is a sim account, right? They're not going to risk trading their own, you know, funds on evaluations. So, like, they don't lose or gain money. They only gain money because of the fee you pay. But other than that, not sure what you're asking entirely there. But yes. So we entered 2 trades today. Higher low setup, bottom of the trading range, breaking above 20 MA. Cool. Outside bar reversal. Just gonna sit on my pause right now. It's a two-legged pullback to the short side. Technically, we are in a downtrend, in my opinion. Technically, according to price action, we are in a downtrend. And we're expecting a new low here to fill this gap. That's what I'm expecting to happen right now. And I'm not looking to go long, actually, unless that happens. I need a new low here. I need a new low. To me, this is a first breaker trend. I need a new low. At least an attempt to a new low here. Also, higher time frames. We want a two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA if possible. It's a 10K chart. A, B, C. That's what we like on the higher time frame. 5 minute. It's just still on the first leg down. I'd be very tempted to take a fail second entry short here. I would actually be very tempted because of the strong uptrend we're in. But because of the price action, I have to wait for a new low here. Have to wait for a new low here. Or at least 2 legs down. At least 2 legs down. Technically, we're in a downtrend. And gotta take what the market gives you. They take the fees out of your credit card, whatever payment you use. They do not take it out of your account, if that's what you're asking. So let's say like the monthly fee comes up, and for instance, if you're in the evaluation, they'll always, the evaluation is sim, so it doesn't matter what happens in evaluation. But when you get funded, you have to pay, right? You don't pay the evaluation fee anymore, but you do have to pay an $85 monthly fee for data and licensing, and that comes out of whatever payment method you use. It does never come out. It never comes out of your actual account. Right. This is actually a fail second to short, and reverses here, and it's unfortunate. Just didn't have a setup for me. Sitting on my pause. It's all good. Yeah, I'm pretty tempted to take that long there, but everything long is pretty much making a point. Right now, the only long that has not made a point is technically this one, but it makes an outside bar reversal. So it makes a point on the outside bar reversal. This, not even a second entry long, but every second entry long has made a point so far. But we haven't had many. It's like they're scared to show up on this channel. Oh, bye-bye money streaming. Let's not show any second entry longs. Still looking for that new low. Harry Nee says, what happens if your count goes lower than the 7,500? If you actually hit your threshold, then you can just reset your account for evaluations. If you hit your threshold on a funded account, you lose that account, and then you just have to start over with the evaluations, and then you get funded again. But you basically just have to do the evaluation once again. That's all I'm looking for right now for the downtrend. Now I'm expecting to go higher. I'm looking to go long. The reason being is because we had 2 pushes down on the 10K chart. We actually had 2 pushes down right now on the 10K chart, and I'm looking to go long now because all I need, right? The market just loves to move in twos, and so we got 2 moves down. Now that move is done. 2 legs down. We could reverse here. I don't really even care if it's not near the 20 EMA at this point because of how strong this uptrend is. Can't even fill this gap, pandas, right? We make a double bottom here, and this gap is still here. You know, you gotta realize that we're in a strong uptrend still. Until the price action breaks below these gaps. Looking for a new low because basically you have a break of trend here. We're in a strong uptrend, break a trend, and when you break a trend, typically the market likes to make some sort of double bottom, right? Before the major trend reversal, we want a minor trend reversal, then the major trend reversal comes afterwards. So typically what happens is we wait for break a trend, and then we can wait for that new low, and it might not even be a new low. It could just be a two-legged pullback. Might make a equal low. It might make a little higher low. It might make a lower low. But typically, this is what happens after break of trend. Day trading like a predator. See you. See you tomorrow, bright and early. 9:15 on the mainstream. You've got Chris here. What is your opinion on the Heiken Ashi trading strategy? I've never used Heiken Ashi bars, so I have no idea. Someone would like to enlighten me, but I think a potentially very nice setup on the 10K chart. Two-legged pullback on the 10K. A, B, C, and I'm taking a long trade here if we get it. The 5-minute chart also giving us a second entry, long entry here, potentially. Really far from 20 MA, but still very strong. Filling this gap now, right? That new low is being made. That's what I was waiting for. That's why I didn't feel comfortable entering long here, because I was expecting a new low to be made, and then now the new low is made. So now we have nothing else, right, really to wait for in terms of going long, other than a break above the 20 MA of some sorts, right? Either a trap trade, right, fail second entry short, or a second entry long just above the 20 MA. So either this setup here, fail second entry short, or, right, that's exhibit A, or second entry long here. So exhibit A or exhibit B, and this can be whichever way, right? Could be here, could be here. And look at the 10K chart. It's just beautiful second entry long, possibly off the 20 MA here. And we want those like second entries to stack. If we can get them to stack, that's more power to us. Getting a second push down on this new low. Looks like it will second push down. Hasn't happened yet, but very close to doing it. Very close to doing it. Currently 1, 2, 3 for micro quad bottom right now. Absolutely incredible. Micro quad bottom. Still have a gap here. Amazing. But exhibit A, exhibit B. These are the two setups we're waiting for. Fail second entry short or second entry long. We would enter here. Enter here, enter here. Micro quad bottom, absolutely amazing right now. Just sitting on my paws, waiting for a setup, waiting for the market to give us something. You can only take what the market gives you. And pandas, the market is giving us a second entry long here on the 10K chart. Trading this. Come to Papa. Might be one of, oh my gosh, very, very close. Second entry long on the 10K chart. Trading 2 contracts because risk is obviously large here. Hasn't triggered yet. I'm just waiting, sitting on my pause. Has not triggered yet. Second entry long 10K chart. Man, I'm looking for 4 points here. 1, 2, 3, 4 points here. Let's see if we get it. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Risk is obviously large here because 10K chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 points of risk. Trading only 2 contracts, right? I don't risk any more than what I typically would risk. And so if I'm willing to lose like 4 points on 4 contracts, that's $800. And so I traded 2 contracts when the risk is this large, but I'm swinging this trade for 4 points here because of how strong this uptrend is right off the 20 MA, 2-legged pullback, clean setup here. Let's see if we get it. If we don't get it, then we just move on. We lose 800, move on. But in my opinion, this is a good setup, and I gotta take this trade. I wouldn't be surprised if this makes a 2x risk reward here. The setup is so good here. But the thing about these setups is you just sit on it. You just wait for it to actually fill you or hit your stop loss. I'm just waiting here. Trading 2 contracts, looking for some bamboo here. Let's see if we get it. It's not looking good right now, though. I'll just say that much. But you know, it doesn't matter. You just let it play out, because if you see the setup that you like, you take it and you move on. If it doesn't work out, this looks like it wants to stop me out. It's a shame because I like the setup a lot, right? 2-legged pullback off the 20 MA, 10K chart. But we're only trading 2 contracts because of the risk being so large on the 10K chart. And if it stops me out, and it is what it is. But what can you do? You see a setup, you gotta take it. Wow, but that is quite a decisive reversal to stop me out here. Ah, pandas, bon voyage. But in my opinion, I would take that. I'll just take that trade, regardless. If this stops me out, it is what it is. But I like the trade, and I take the trades I like. It is what it is. It looks like it's gonna stop me out, pretty sure. But there's hope, pandas. There's hope. There's still hope. There's still hope, pandas. Wow, there's still hope. We're still in this trade. Do we have hope? Is it possible? Oh, it doesn't look like it. It's coming back down. It's gonna stop me out. This is gonna stop me out for sure. Like 99% chance. Pandas. What a market. I mean, that setup, I like that setup. I don't even care if that stops me out. I don't even feel bad about that one. It stops me out, and you know, it's all good, pandas. It is what it is. All right, pandas. That's it for today's stream. Man, that market is vicious. I mean, look, that's a good setup, and it just takes me out. It's all good, pandas. Move on to the next one. And so, you know, trade 2 contracts because we understood the risk reward there. You know, it was a pretty big risk, and so, you know, higher probability trade, low risk, or but big risk. So you gotta trade accordingly to your capital. And so, it is what it is. Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. We'll end red today, but it's all good. And see you guys at 9:15 for the mainstream, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. And we're gonna get that bamboo today. Let's go, baby. As always, happy trading and God bless. Bye.